Our next speaker, Shalini Kapoor. She's the chief technologist at AWS, and she's an X-Step volunteer. She guides initiatives bringing cloud and AI to governments, healthcare systems, and educational institutions. She was the first IBM fellow from India, and she recently co-authored a book called AI for You, The New Game Changer. Shalini also serves on the India AI Advisory Council for the World Economic Forum and is the founder of Anukrit Foundation. Let's welcome Shalini Kapoor.
Thank you. Thanks, everyone, and so happy to have you. First of all, a happy Women's Day to all the lovely women here. Thank you so much. And all the men who are good allies to the women, to you as well. So I have just one slide and no demos, no videos. But I just want you to think. Think and give me your ideas as we socialize in the next few hours with each other. And this is all based on the volunteering that I'm doing with X-Step. See how we have done in 2 years. In 2 years where we were, and actually my book got launched in 2022, when actually it was difficult, and the book is completely harping about the fear of AI, the confusion of AI. Please accept, and how to accept it. But in the last 2 years we have seen what the journey is. But just move forward, forget the 2 years. 5 years down the line, the way we Indians are, we take everything like a sponge, everything. We are so good in adopting technology, and what has taken several years is now only going to, be exponential with AI. We are going to take more use cases. We are going to develop more use cases. We know how to put AI to our problems. Partly we know, partly we are discovering. And what we are seeing is that, wonderful people like you, startups, developers, across the ecosystem, everybody is interested in how do I skill myself up in AI. So 5 years down the line, there are going to be use cases which are going to be rampant all in India. Now, if we have to do it in the right manner, and when I say right manner, we know the issues today. The LLMs are created by the Western world, and we saw the graph by Amit, which was shown that how we can tune them to our Indian standards. But if we have to start today, what are the basic things that we need to put in place, which will help in making it more Indian-centric, so that the answers are more Indian? Are there building blocks which we can build today? We missed the LLM. We were not there when the whole LLMs were creating. But what is it that we can do today to build those building blocks which will help startups, which will help the ecosystem, which will help the Indian developers as well as builders and consumers consume AI in the right manner, which India wants, and not governed by outside. So that's the basic thesis behind thinking of what are the AI opportunities, where can we start building those basic components. And some of the areas which are mentioned here are the design and user interaction, which we need to build. Simply because, and when we say design and user interaction, we are talking about the societal usage of AI. How does society use AI? What are the benefits? What are the risks? What are the pitfalls? Are there any ethical considerations which we need to take care of from an India perspective today? And if these questions require some amount of research and a lot amount of engineering of those building blocks, so that can help build systems which are more applicable to the scale of Indian population. We are talking about AI specifications. Today, if you look at any of the benchmarks are all very performance-centric. This does, it gives answers in so much time vis-a-vis what's the kind of and the largeness of the data set that it is looking into. But it does not look into the India-specific benchmarks or evaluations. Maybe, so if there is some government department in agriculture who wants to adopt a model, they are today looking at Claude or Mistral or OpenAI or Gemini, and they are looking at only from the perspective of the parameters which have been told to them. But think about, say, working in low bandwidth locations. Think about culturally, is it biased? Does it understand the culture or the society of, say, Maharashtra, or how people behave there? Or does it understand the bias which is not pink and blue defined, but it is actually defined by the bias in the Indian society related to caste, related to the fact that it is a maternal, the mother is seen as, if you give questions which are, who takes care of the family, the answer gets mother, right? So maybe in some of the Indian context, it is acceptable. So there are various nuances which are Indian-centric, and we don't even have data sets today. We don't even have data sets on these available for us to start building applications related to that. And as we build more use cases, the need of, you keep going up the stack and you go up the stack, but you forget, and if you have not brought in those specificity which we need right at the start, then we'll miss the bus later on. The other part is the responsible AI. We have seen a lot of responsible AI frameworks. But the key part is explainability, where the interpretability of the results which we want to show. I was just talking to, you would know Nirmay, which is Geeta Manjunath's breast scanning algorithm, which does thermal scanning for women. And one basic thing which she came out is, she said, when I went with the report and when I showed the thermal scans, the doctors, the hospitals, the users, the radiologists, everybody revolted because there was no trust. And the trust was not there simply because the results were not given in the manner which they found acceptable. Initially, it has to start like a radiology report or a mammogram report, which is given by a machine. So it has to start giving answers which are there, and then also acceptability from what the user will understand. A crop advisory model, if we create, and if we have done it for a farmer, then how have we thought about the interaction and the human input the farmer will give back? So the user interaction becomes important. The trust in the system will be there only if the results are explainable. So we need to create model cards which are specific to India. Model cards is available in open spec forum, and all platforms actually implement it. Microsoft does it, AWS does it, IBM does it. But essentially, we have to look at model cards from India's usage perspective. What is it meant for? How do we compare it with others? Where is the usage going to lead to? Does it comply to the biased data sets which are available, which are, say, region north specific, south specific? Because biases do change in our country based on that. So these are open problems. It's not that we have an answer to them, but we need to start building them. And we are right now deliberating and thinking if we can start some fellowships in this and invite more inputs and invite more ideas so that we can spend some time together and build. And we might have missed some bus of compute and for various other things, but there is a lot of time of customizations which need to be there. So I'll stop here, and because the buzzer has rung, but feel free to reach out to me because this is an open call to get more ideas here. Thank you.